I have ideas, I can do better for myself, I can help others. I have a potential to solve problems for myself and for other people. I can sense opportunities, I can build business, I can provide value to other people. These are kind of thoughts that show you hunger for growth. But here is the thing, these are just vague wishes, only sparked when you hear some deep voiceover and an upbeat Instagram reel. It feels like a motivation, but you are just ignoring the work you have to do. It's not your fault. The way you are surrounded with the things or distraction. It's easy to feel hyped for a second, but not moved enough to act. Most of we call inspiration today is just a random dopamine spike. They feel exciting, but they don't change your life. And they won't unless they trigger the real action to do the work. Everyone can give you advice, but only you have to figure out what advice to follow. And most importantly, you also have to figure out what advice to ignore. So, what's stopping you from acting? What's in your way to take the action, to do the work, to build that business? Why does the fire never last long enough to build something? The answer is simple. Your brain is addicted to short term pleasure. Your brain is wired to feel good by imagining success, not doing the work it takes to get there. When we think we are trying to resolve the contradictions between multiple topics, multiple ideas. But if you are bombarded with new ideas, new opinions, new inputs, how can you focus on just one? That's what social media does. It trains your brain to jump from one idea to another. And when you scroll, it's happening in real time. And that means even motivation hits, it fades before it leads to action. So, what's the fix here? How can you make motivation last? How can you do the things that really mattered over a longer period of time with consistency? Think about athletes, think about actors. Are they always naturally motivated? No. Are they more gifted than you? Not always. The truth is, they are not disciplined because they are successful. They are successful because they are disciplined. They make themselves uncomfortable on purpose. They care about their future self more than their current mood. That's what gives them the edge. That's how they always win. So, how do you define discipline? Let me ask you a question. What is discipline? If you think discipline means bounding yourself to a single routine, you are wrong. Discipline does not mean restriction. Discipline means freedom. But freedom from what? Freedom from sudden urges, freedom from cheap distractions, freedom from people who don't get your struggle. Discipline builds and clears the path for you so that you can move forward with full of your potential and capabilities. But listen, it does not mean you start punishing yourself. It does not mean you become harsh or robotic or beat yourself when you slip. This is not discipline. This is burnout. Real discipline is sustainable. It has kindness in it. So, how do you build discipline? One activity works for me is physical movement, because when you work out, a chemical releases in your brain called endorphins. It just literally lifts your motivation and lower stress. That's why a short walk, jogging, running, or just one simple set of push-ups can unlock your mental energy. That's how you can go from I can't do this to let me try. Personally, that physical activity or physical movement changed my life. When I stuck, I move. I try some physical activity, either it is push ups, stretch, walk, or running. Then I sit to write what I have to do to build the clarity. That's how I build consistency in my life. I'm not saying that I am perfect, I'm still trying. I just want to show you that how I achieve those little things to boost my motivation and move ahead in my life with those small steps. All those statements: I can grow, I can build business, I can be better, I can help other people, I can provide value to other people, they stop being statements. They become your reality, step by step, day by day. And it all starts when you stop imagining and start moving with your body, and that movement of your body will lead you to move forward in your life.